Here's how to film a burning piano. First of all, have a silly idea for a music video, then sketch it. Location's arguably the most important thing to make your films look not terrible. So if you don't have a budget to rent a studio or have a set designer, find somewhere free and interesting. Now search for a free piano online. Strap it to an undersized trailer and drive it to your location. If, like some people, you only have a 2-person crew, you won't really be able to use large equipment and lights, so you'll have to rely on natural light. And the best time to do this is at golden hour. Golden hour is the time of the day when the sun is at its lowest. It tends to be softer, warmer, and more flattering to skin tones. Get an ND filter for your lens. ND filters are like sunglasses for your camera. They're another way to control light without having to use unnatural looking shutter speed or closing the aperture of your lens right down so you lose that nice shallow depth field. ND filters, very important. So anyway, break your ND filter. Now you really need to wait for low sun or else it's going to be too bright. Use a bucket as a chair because you forgot an actual piano stool. Now it's time to start filming. The sun is setting and you're burning a piano, so you're only going to have a small time window to get as many shots as you can. Film on the shadow side. In other words, place your subject between yourself and your main light source, which in this case is the sun. This gives the image more depth. If you want to make the shots look a little more surreal and a bit smoother, shoot at either 48 or 50 frames per second and slow it down by half in post. If you're singing along to music though, make sure you play the song at double speed on set for this effect to work.
Okay, here we go.
This technique of shooting alongside a double speed version of your track has the added benefit of making your takes twice as fast. As the piano burns and your stuntman or singer suffers, make sure to get as much shot variety as possible. Our camera operator Andrew used a Sony A7siii on a gimbal to get as many shots as possible with a variety of smooth movements. A rough shot list is good, but because the action is very simple, you may not need to overplan each shot, and instead want to focus on getting a variety of close-ups, medium shots, wide shots, and then work it out in the edit. Now get an extra shot of looking forlornly at the deceased instrument. This is where we actually did bring in a light and used a very small LED with an orange gel on it and manually flickered it to make it look like the light source of a fire. Clean up after yourself. Tie the vague narrative together with some much easier shots of you in your bedroom, and now it's time to cut it all together on editing software of your choice. And now that you've edited it, a quick colour correct to add a bit of contrast and a bit more colour separation. I'd also advise you de-red your face because the fire was legitimately incredibly hot and no one could have seen that coming. Overlay some stock fiery embers to really sell the fact that there's some actual fire there. And there you have it. That's how you film a burning piano for practically no budget. For a weird music video that very few people will see.